Hi and welcome. If you'd like more of these free therapists, tips, tools and techniques, you can join our mailing list by filling your details in the box in the bottom there, and we'll add you to our mailing list. I'd like to talk a little bit about deepeners in hypnosis. I've had a couple of emails about deepeners, some people asking for different deepeners and another one asking about depth of trance. Depth of trance is a whole different topic altogether, which I'm not going to get into right now. But for me, I personally don't believe that you have to be in a deep trance to achieve great results. In fact, Erickson didn't often used to have deep trance in people, or sometimes he would spend weeks and weeks training somebody in deep trance in order to achieve certain things. But most therapeutic work that we do can be done in a very, very light trance, even a waking trance, just the focus of attention. But as far as deepeners go within a hypnosis session, one of the problems a lot of people sometimes have is the time that it takes in the therapy room to actually get people into a trance and use that deepener. And that's because they're using something like the staircase deepener where they count backwards from 10 to 1 and it takes quite a long time, etc. And it's not really a very effective use of your time as a therapist. So what I like to do is I like to use suggestions that are dependent on ongoing behaviour. I piggyback something that's already happening and I use that as a deepener. So for instance, I may say to a client, as you listen to the sound of my voice, you can go even deeper. In fact, it may not be the sound of my voice, it might even be the spaces in between my words that send you deeper. Or it could even be each and every out-breath that you take that takes you even deeper. You can link all of those together, so you could say, as you continue to listen to the sound of my voice, you can go even deeper. In fact, I don't know if it's the sound of my voice, or the spaces in between my words, or the fact that you're breathing out that send you deeper. So what you're doing there is you're creating a double bind, and you're covering all bases because either the sound of your voice is going to send them deeper, the point when you're not talking, the spaces in between your words will send them deeper, or the fact that they're breathing out will send them deeper. So really, if they don't want to go deeper into trance, the only way of doing it is to say to themselves, right, I'm not playing anymore, I'm going to open my eyes and stand up. That's one way. The other way is to hold their breath and never ever breathe out, or not listen to you, or not hear the spaces between your words. You're really tying them up there. But the point about this is, if you say to somebody, I'm not quite sure if it's the sound of my voice, the words that I say, or even the spaces in between my words, or each and every out-breath you take that sends you deeper into hypnosis, then what you're doing is you're piggybacking an ongoing behaviour. So once you've set that up, you're creating a loop. Just as the way that the people get stuck with problems, they have this little loop when they have a problem that they can't solve and they keep trying to solve it and it gets worse. Well, you're setting up a therapeutic loop there, because what you're doing is you're taking ongoing behaviour, something that's actually happening that they can't deny, and you're linking that to going deeper into trance. So as long as one of those things is happening, they're going to go deeper into trance. As long as I continue to talk, as long as there are spaces between my words, or as long as they continue to breathe for the whole of that hypnotherapy session, they will go deeper. So that one little sentence there, which I'll repeat a couple of times during the session, allows for a very effective deepener that just works in the background. It just happens by virtue of the fact that they are breathing. It happens by virtue of the fact that they are hearing the sound of my voice, and it happens by virtue of the fact that there are spaces between my words. Ongoing behaviour causes the deepener. So you no longer have to spend 10-20 minutes of a session going down this staircase and deepening people. You can set this up, let it work in the background all by itself, and then you carry on with the other therapy that you're doing. So it's a very useful technique as a deepener, and you can think of other ones yourself. So there's lots and lots of different things you can do. The fact that they're sitting in a chair, you can pick anything that you want to. Just make sure it's within a contingent, contextual framework, so there's a framework for it there. And it's a very useful deepener. It saves you a lot of time in the therapy room, because as you know, an hour with a client isn't a long time. So if you spend 20 minutes of that getting them into a suitable trance, then you're wasting a lot of time. And of course, if you then get them into that deep trance in the first session by using this as a deepener, you've got more time to do the therapy with them, and you can also get them into that deep state and then use a post-hypnotic suggestion that they'll reach this state next time when you count to 7 or whatever you want to do. So it's a very useful technique. So if you found this useful, you liked it or it was helpful, then please subscribe to our mailing list. We've got lots and lots of free resources for therapists, and you can join by putting a name and email address below, and catch you soon.